Hey everybody, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about Godzilla and the MonsterVerse and if aliens will appear in it in some way, shape, or form in the future. Now the reason why is because recently the Godzilla anime featured aliens. Now I'm not talking about aliens in like a Ghidorah type of sense, but aliens in a humanoid type of sense. And these aliens were called the XF. And while they did look very similar to humans, they were much more advanced in technology, and also they worshiped Ghidorah, which ended up being kind of a plot twist in a way, but also an interesting way to explain why they were on Earth, why they're trying to help humans, and things like that. Now, it's also said that they were based on an alien race called the Exilians, or the X-Star people, which is from previous Godzilla movies. Now, these aliens were from Planet X, and they had appeared in films such as The Invasion of the Astro Monster and Godzilla Final Wars. And another alien race besides them were the Futurians, who weren't really aliens in a traditional sense that you might be thinking of, like the XF or the Exilians, where they're from a different planet. Instead, the Futurians were simply humans, but from the future, so they're from the 23rd century, specifically from a terrorist group against Japan's empire, which in that future was rather large, and it was bigger than more or less the rest of the United Nations, besides like Africa and parts of Asia, because that's where obviously the Japanese empire now constituted. It's actually a really interesting commentary on a lot of things I'm not going to get into, but I'm sure most people that have learned a lot of history, especially World War II history, things like that, can probably tell what metaphors are being used with the Futurians. Now, only appearing in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, unfortunately, it'd be really interesting in seeing either aliens such as the Futurians or other aliens such as the Exilians or the XF appear in a future Godzilla franchise. And MonsterVerse would be a very natural fit, although obviously there's no telling if Beyond Godzilla vs. Kong will get more movies. I'm assuming they're going to wait until Godzilla King of the Monsters comes out, and based on that reception, announce if they'll extend the movie franchise or not, because they've already talked about doing a World of Godzilla franchise after 2021, which would be its own kind of spin-off stuff. But I'm sure if MonsterVerse is very profitable and it's very well received, they may just kind of combine the two ideas and continue MonsterVerse as the banner that they'll release the spin-off films, I guess, for, or I guess spin-off films under. And this would be really interesting if we get these aliens, because while to some people it might seem like an unrealistic idea, which to that I say, how is that an unrealistic idea when you already have Godzilla and Ghidorah and Mothra? But Ghidorah himself, or itself actually, would actually make the perfect bridge for introducing aliens such as the XF or the Exilians. And the reason why I say this is because we know Ghidorah in most interpretations is from another world, and it's been heavily implied and almost confirmed at this point that Ghidorah in MonsterVerse is also from another planet, as they say it's from the stars and things like that. So it'd be really interesting to get an alien race maybe related to why Ghidorah is either on Earth, or maybe an alien race that has a history of Ghidorah species, if not that specific Ghidorah that's on Earth currently. Maybe a Ghidorah had invaded that Earth also, just like our King Ghidorah has invaded Earth, which is a weird statement. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is it's possible another species, or that Ghidorah in particular, before it came to Earth, had invaded another planet. So it'd be really cool to see if maybe the fact that we have Ghidorah now on our Earth attracted another alien race with history of the creature, or like I said, even before that, it's very possible that another alien race sent Ghidorah to Earth initially. But at the same time, you could also use this opportunity to introduce a new origin for Ghidorah, or one of various other space-related kaiju that have appeared in previous Toho movies, because there's definitely a lot of them. There's been cousin races to Ghidorah, there's been races totally separate to Ghidorah's race. I mean, there's a lot of potential you could really do with that, and it really expands and opens your universe, literally, up for the MonsterVerse. And I'd honestly be pretty down for it. I think it'd be a pretty great thing to see for the MonsterVerse, but like I said, I think in the beginning of the video, it's not really something they have to do in the movies, even though obviously it would be desired. You could easily do it in a book spin-off, a TV show spin-off. I mean, the opportunities are almost endless with what you can do with the Godzilla franchise, because the franchise has been around for so long, and at the same time there's been so many incarnations. So you can take bits and pieces if you want from different versions of the character, or you could always just remake your own universe, your own mythology, as you can under Toho's guidance, of course. Now, if they took inspiration from the Godzilla anime series, I think that would be the most interesting way, because it'd be really cool to learn that maybe we're getting human characters that we think are human, but they're really aliens, whether it's from the future, a different planet, related to releasing Ghidorah. I think it'd be really cool because there have been rumors that I guess Ghidorah's release and the other monsters' release, such as Rodan, will be related to a group of people wanting to either destroy the world or wanting to control the monsters or something along the lines of that. So I definitely would think it'd be really cool if we got that in the MonsterVerse, but maybe to say aliens want to control these monsters to destroy the world or take over the world, things like that. And then you can expand that mythology like we got in the Godzilla anime, where they basically said every planet has its own Godzilla of some kind, which is basically the protector of that world. So definitely be really cool to see that. Comment below your guys' thoughts though. What do you guys think about this? I know right now at this moment is obviously a very unlikely thing, which is why this isn't a news video, it's a speculatory editorial. But let us know down below if this was a book or TV or even a future movie spinoff. Would that be something you'd like to see in the MonsterVerse, or would you prefer that be a totally separate universe? Comment below, and we'll see you guys later.